journey has come to an end. I have lost my home, my books, my sons. I've lost my father, my grandmother, my dear wife, Catherine. And now I fear my only daughter is gone as well. And for what? For the slimmest hope that things could be put right. What began as my tedious life in the cleft, holding out hope for more, has returned to the same. I've gone to great lengths to watch the end be written, and now I find myself alone in a sandstorm in Tomana, waiting for a single grain of sand to fall. Dunny's future is like an hourglass. As the final grain slips through, I wait and I tremble, losing hope that the hourglass will be turned over once again. The age may just simply end, expended and lifeless. I have passed my cursed burden on to my cherished daughter, Isha. She has either understood and embraced it, or the weight of it has crushed her. I fear it has been far too long. My hope has waned. If Isha has failed, is anyone left who can understand? Oh, I am old and so tired. And once again, I am useless. Today, I will put an end to my useless waiting and go on to a better place.
So, friend, the tablet has responded to you. Of course. If you're seeking my father, his time has passed. He won't be requiring your assistance. The book to his cursed island lays locked and gathering dust in his prison. That book, along with his pain and his burden, have been passed to me. And now you will know it too. You will listen carefully. This is not to be taken lightly. The tablet has responded to you. It will be your burden. Choose wisely in the end, for there will be no second chance. Many have taken this tablet, and they tried not to let go. It is the power of the writing. It seduces all who try to hold it. I have held it, tasted its sweetness. But I can hold it no longer. They have served too long. always serving, ever watching. And now perhaps you will see how to release them. First, collect what's been scattered, and then the tablet will be released. Then you will hold it. You will find in each age along the journey that there will be help, and there will be hindrance. You will start this journey where I started, where my father Atris started, where my great-grandmother Tiana started. You will end this journey here, when the tablet is released. When you return, the tablet will be yours. When the tablet is yours, do not give it to me. What you still don't understand, you have failed to hear or don't need to know. Begin.
You have seen Yisha. She was, I'm sure, not very hospitable. You're confused, no doubt. My name is Escher. It is my pleasure to meet you. She has given you the quest. Yes, the quest. The quest to carry the four, the quest to release the tablet, the quest that is proving to be more difficult than she anticipated. Many have taken the quest, and the tablet still has no master. I will tell you what she will not. I will help you, and she will not. But she and I agree on this point. Do not give her the tablet. She's lied to you already. Uttered words that bite her heart as they leave her lips. She wants the tablet more than anything. She desires what she can no longer feel, but once tasted. You must not. Whatever happens, give it to her. Oh, she is the desert bird that longs to fly. She has dreams of taking flight in her ambiguous world filled with vague clouds and shadowed air. Careful. She is a clever. I'm sorry. I'm overwhelming you. Look for the hole in the ground. That's where your journey begins. I will find you.
These pages, are my journey, my story, my path. They're not meant to cover up, but to reveal. Sometimes in poems, sometimes in story, sometimes clear, sometimes vague, sometimes long, sometimes brief. But the release of these words is a soothing elixir to my burdened soul. The words must flow from me, or I will die. And in the end, these words are crumbs that spill along my path, and whoever eats these crumbs will know more of me.
I apologize for the goggles earlier, but my eyes are not accustomed to the sun in this age. I have taken this same journey, this same quest, and failed. I'm not proud of my failure, yet I think that what I learned will be useful in your quest. Your journey continues through that door.
The stranger, the friend, returned again to help father save mother. Imagine, a stranger, traveling to Riven, risking all, asking for nothing. I think of humility, thinking more of others. Humility. Prisoners are freed by nothing more and nothing less. Again, my grandfather, my heritage. Ugh. That monster who thought himself a god was once again imprisoned. Perhaps he still rules that desolate, empty, and dead place, riven by the pride and bitterness of his own heart. But more likely, he is in another desolate, empty, dead place where there is weeping. I hope he is miserable. I cannot forgive him for what he did. It eats at my heart. I hate him because I have his same desires. Mother and father came again together to the refuge, to Myst Island. But it was only a shell, a place to exist. A fallen place, torn apart by pride, just as the great Denis city was. Just as I am. Torn. What is a stranger? Someone who is not me? Yet sometimes I feel like a stranger to myself. I become two, one who I know and one who I do not. Where does this other one come from? Which one is me? I am finding where I am by understanding where I was. And everything I was is linked to the island of Myst, the refuge. And I must know where they were as well. My heritage, my people, my family. My father, the prisoner of the hidden and the revealed. Raised by Tiana, who hid the truth. Then raised by Gen, who revealed the truth. But Tiana hid for love, and Gen revealed for power. Mother, too, nothing more than a slave to what she knew and what she felt. Taught by Gen to write what she knew, then taught by Tiana to write what she felt. But Gen's teachings imprisoned her, and Tiana's teachings freed her. And in the end, through the hidden and revealed, through the known and the felt, through the good and the evil, through the gods and the devils, they came together. Together they came, father floating and mother caring, father knowing and mother feeling. And my great-grandmother Tiana watched, and my grandfather Gen fell. And so began our path of pain. pain. Tiana was called the Destroyer, but she brought them together and lived with them on Myst Island. Father could not keep Myst simple. New structures and new ages he brought. Mother could not keep Myst solitary. 2 new sons she brought, my brothers, Cirrus and Achenar. And they grew up strong and hungry and lustful, like their grandfather Gen, unable to control the power of books, the power of writing ages. And as a result, all became prisoners in their refuge. I will never return to that place.
Oh! How could this be? On their backs, this fallen empire was built. What hypocrisy. Such abuse of power. I think they even deluded themselves into believing their own lies. It pains me to the point of ill. It makes me pleased that they are dead. What hate is in me.
Pride is a thief. Pride stole the soul of the Denis people. Pride stole my own brothers. The temptation was too great. It is not the power, but the desire for power that destroys. That desire is in my blood, the blood of my ancestors, the blood of my flesh. I fight it, but I am pulled even now. My father tried to hide what he valued, his books and ages, while my brothers tried to hide what they valued, riches and power. Father was trusting, or naive, and ages and people were destroyed. And so my family was imprisoned. My brothers in ages written by Father. Father in a Denis prison he had escaped from in childhood. And Mother in the world she loved and feared the most. Riven, her home. Her refuge. Perhaps it's why I now fear my home, my refuge. And then by the maker or by the roll, a stranger found the book. The book had been intended to be destroyed by fire, but by the maker or by the roll, it was taken far away. The book was preserved until it was time. Surely it was the maker who preserved the book that would bring help. Now it was time. A stranger found the book, came to the island and freed Father. A lesson was learned. A friendship was forged. Friendship. The least are my friends. I must use the least wisely. I must listen to them and respect them. They are powerful, they are willing, and they are afraid.
Ah, the Rebo. An age for resting. Such a peaceful place. And the way to get to the first age. There. That profane thing and the other pedestals like it are not of the Denis. They are a regrettable part of this journey. The pedestal will allow you to link in a manner similar to the book that brought you here, but know this. They are perverted tools of the creatures. The creatures. You've seen them, always watching, calling to one another in the darkness. Loathsome wraiths. They are not as we are. Remember that. Touch the pedestal. It will bring you to the age of Tagira. I will find you there. I don't know why the creatures chose this place for the slates. Tagira. Cold, barren, desolate, it has been described. However, also purposeful. No doubt Yisha sees only evil here. This was a prison age. For those who committed monstrous crimes, they were sent to this place to live out their lives. Justice, not evil. Much to learn. First, the stone slate. Pick it up from the pedestal and take it with you. But know this about the slates. They too are abominations made by the Bahro creatures' abuse of the art of writing. Still, they carry great power. You will find that you can write on the slates anything you wish. There are some elementary symbols the creatures understand. At least in this way you can use the Bahro hindrance for your good. They will take it if you drop it. They will obey it if you order them. They will return it in time. As you learn, you will have more control. Use the slate to free yourself. Huh? The burden you carry is heavy, but for that, you will be thankful. Regaro, Tigua. The great shaft. Amazing, is it not? Built by those from beneath, my people. I am Dakhni. It was this shaft that permitted the great-grandmother of Yisha to find our deep city. Rather than bore you with tedious details, you need only know this. She killed us all, and the great Dakhni city lies lifeless and ruined. There is a room at the end of this first elevator. A small room with a Dakhni rest age book for the Dakhni who would have traveled this path. The book will link you to the Rebel. I will come to you there.
Sick of the grower. Oh yes, some believe in prophecies that predict the restoration of Denis. The fallen city of Denis would grow. There were attempts before, and there will be attempts again. They always fail. Even those led by my father tried. They learned great things of the Maid and the Maker. They learned of the Barrow, of the least, and of deeper truths. They learned of Father and his wisdom in rebuilding and rewriting. The Denis city came alive again for a time. The dead were properly buried and the living were properly cared for. Denis took short, labored breaths. Sap flowed, though the tree did not grow, for there was no grower. Even Father did not see then as I do now. The grower had not come. I had not come. I am the grower. I failed. And I think of myself as worthy? I am nothing. The failed child of failed parents of failed grandparents. How many generations must fail before we give up? Why do I try? I have failed with the tablet already. There are no second chances here. And yet I long to hold it and try once more. to Mana, my home, the place where I was, the place where I began. I was a spark of joy to Mother and Father after their fire was almost quenched. And yet what joy could we have had if my brothers had been there as well? Still torn. Father and Mother loved and shared with me their desert bird. Father shared wisdom and knowledge, and Mother shared visions and dreams. When did they come to know my destiny? Surely not from birth. As I look back, they knew so much, they saw so clearly. They planted and watered so that I would learn how to do the same. I would not realize it until long after I was to see them no longer. Am I the grower because they taught me? Or did they teach me because I am the grower? Torn. But peace was not yet with us. From the past, an enemy came seeking revenge, but there was help for a third time. Without help, where would we be? Would there be a grower? Would there be a seed to grow? It's all been so fragile. But it must be by the Maker I am here, and there is meaning. Or it may be by the role I am here, and there is no meaning.
Stand in awe. The surface is 3 miles above us. 3 miles. Our construction was triumphant and tragic. You will not be able to continue downward without providing fresh air to the tunnels. Raise this floor and power the fans. I trust you can discover how.
I was very young when I first felt strong. Indeed, I was young, but I thought I understood. I had many abilities, even then, but little wisdom. Better to have fewer abilities and much wisdom. I knew I was doing something great for us, but what I did was foolish for me. I thought I was reuniting our family, bringing back what joy we once had. I almost brought an end to life. Yet again, it was a friend who came to our aid. Now, I think that most things cannot be returned to how they were. My brothers were not to be released, but the Maker turned my poor choice to some small good, and Aknar was redeemed. My tears flow as I write these memories. The suffering and pain I have caused and endured, and yet I am thankful. I will be powerful like the Barrow. I long to be so strong. They will sing a song of thankfulness. They will sing a song without regard to their circumstances. They will stand and take time to sing to the Maker with hearts of joy. If only I could have such a heart. Alone. There is a powerful conjunction between the in and the out, the beneath and the above. A wound, a mouth, a well, a pit. I wanted to make the journey for myself from where the Denis dug upward, where they almost came to the surface, from the place where Tiana first climbed downward and where Father followed evil into the ground. I began my journey with a heavy burden. It was Tiana who came to Denis and caused its fall. I am from her. I feel I am destined to bring another destruction. Father and Mother tried to prepare me, tried to tell me who they thought I was. I still see the power of each. I have the best of each, and the burden of each. And as they watched me leave, I saw the sadness and the fear. But more terrifying, I saw their hope. And I left my comfort to find me. And even as I took my first step away from Tomana, my shoulders ached for the burden I bore. Deep prophecies and weighty destinies. So much to learn and understand about myself. My father said we can never understand, we can only understand more. The more I understood, the more powerful I became. And the more dangerous I became, and the less I understood. What will I become? I will make something more of me. I will rebuild what I am. Is there anyone who is master over me? Have I not become the grower? The grower. Yet all I grow is anger. Watching them call, watching them fail, waiting, watching. I am the grower. How can I wait much longer on such fools? Home was far behind. I was no longer a child. I journeyed deep, deep within myself, deep within the earth, down to the Denis cavern. I was alone for a time as I consumed my heritage, breathing deep the air of the cavern and the knowledge of my people. But the desire for companionship drove me mad. I engaged a Cenomar as my confidant, and a treadfish in the harbor became my younger brother. I spoke to them as family, and they answered. I swear, they answered. Then my mind took a final step into madness when I walked into the library on Agura and saw an old Denis man on the floor below me. Now I was imagining people to ease my loneliness. But he was no mirage. His name was Callum, and he was a Denis writer of ages. Trust did not come easily. There was conflict between us, between his ancient rules of Denis that I did not respect, and my creativity, which he feared. We fought and feared and battled and screamed until exhausted. We began to learn from each other. We learned of the power of both, just as father and mother had done. So I learned to write with all the skills that the Denis had known, beyond what my parents had taught me, for their lessons were given by a flawed instructor and by their own trial and error. I learned to write from a master, an opportunity father was never given. Callum's abilities were breathtaking. He knew all the Denis knew when Denis fell. But I taught as well as learned. There were things that the Denis were forbidden to write, words they feared, concepts they shunned, rules and boxes. I had no cultural fear of such things, so I dug deeper, asking questions that Callum could not answer. And together, we sought answers. That is how we learned of the barrow and the tablet. I learned of its power. We grew in knowledge and strength, and Callum became one of my dearest friends. I began to think that it was he who would be the grower. But evil will find you, even in the depths of the earth, when Callum was murdered. Power is a gift. Power is a curse. I learned of the fearsome power I wield on that day. The day of Callum's death. In a fit of rage, I destroyed the murderer, and I destroyed my innocence. And again, I learned that most things cannot be returned to how they were. And my power continued to grow even as I began to see that the prophecies of the grower might speak of me. My destiny began to be fulfilled. But there was still more. The least, abused, mistreated, misunderstood, ignored. They were mocked and scorned, and their hearts still show their pain. But they continue to serve. Such power they have, and yet they serve. They treated me with kindness, and I learned from them. They respected what I was becoming. With them, I learned new laws, new rules, and new powers. I used the powers to care for a tree to come, and the tablet allowed me to grow beyond Tiana, beyond father and mother, beyond Denis, beyond Callum. The tablet held them. The tablet chained them. The tablet held me. The tablet empowered me. I watched with them. I waited with them. I learned with them. I called them from captivity and grew while they gathered. Together we became both weak and strong. And then my time came. My time to take the tablet. My time to choose. I was ready. I felt the pull of holding it, of channeling and releasing the full power of the Barrow. I would right the wrongs. I would set things the way they should be. I would choose well. I could not fail. I am the grower. I was so sure, so strong, so wise. But I didn't open myself and listen to the Maker. The noise of me drowned his quiet voice. And I failed. Failed to see anything beyond myself and what was obvious. And pain came quickly when I realized what I had done. The tablet returned and the Barrow continued to serve. The pain still burns me. But the powerful Barrows simply wait and serve. Pain is often how we learn. But it is not for us to give. We are not the teachers. We must not abuse them. We must not abuse the Barrow. I know what to do. I see it so clearly. One more chance to determine the destiny of the tablet. I can feel it. To be so close and yet so powerless, it drives me mad. The tablet sits there, holding the power of the Barrow captive, and I alone know what to do. I failed once, but what does that mean? Why am I punished when I could accomplish so much? The rules seem so arbitrary, some game of the Maker that only he understands. This legacy of failure. And now I see this final chance to right generations of wrong, to unleash the power that has been held for thousands of years. It is at my fingertips. I know what must be done, but I cannot speak of it for fear that it would somehow break the rules, tarnish the heart, taint the act, soil the innocence. I had a dream. I am carrying the seed of Denis, the seed of all things that are Denis, through a small cave. I come to a place where the path stops, and there are two holes, one above me and one below me. And through the hole below, I can see the Denis cavern in the great city. And through the hole above, I can see the sky and sun. A voice calls to me. In which hole will you plant the seed? And I know it is easy to drop the seed in the hole below. And I know it is impossible to throw the seed through the hole above. I call out to the voice asking for wisdom. And the voice answers me. Do not drop the seed in the hole below, for that is easy. But that is the way of the past. Do not throw the seed in the hole above, for that is difficult, and that is the task for another. In which hole will you plant the seed? And I know what to do. And I know I am the grower.
What am I left with? Why did he leave this weight on me? Did I ask for this? Did I ask to lose my brothers? Did I ask to cause the death of Callum? Did I ask to watch my mother die? Did I ask to be my father's tool? Did I ask for so much power? Did I ask to be so alone?
Father, I wish you could hold me.
How could I have not seen the true path? I see it now so clearly. But can I get another chance to make things right? They came. They came to Denis, those who felt called. I knew they would. I was prepared for them, and I pointed the way. I spoke often of the pride of Denis, of their belief in their own power and strength, and the reason that Denis once fell. And a few understand, and they begin to follow me. I am the grower. I would lead them to rebuild. Yet another burden. But what is the task of a grower? My father wrote Another Age, but I see that the tree is not a place, but a people. The heart of a people. That is what must grow. If only I had another chance to make things right. The tablet is the key. How could I have failed?
Do you not marvel at what the prisoners were able to do here with so little? Structures, food, life. As Duchny built, so they did here. Nothing. None of it matters now. The future is all we have. Justice is at hand. We will build again. I was not so sure of you, and yet you have done well. But do not be proud. You think you understand what you see? You may be wrong. For example, this appears to be ice, but there is more. Like the prisoners, there is life here that seeks heat, unseen life, in the water. There is no longer heat in this place, but you can make them bring it. These are their tombs. And as they died here, so did all of Duchny. Guilty here. But my Duchny is innocent. May we rebuild structures, not leave tombs. Make them bring you to the keep, for it will run from you. You have found the keep, the destination for the slates. You've seen this pedestal already in Greer, where you started, and you'll see it again. It is in many places at once. Touch the slate to finish your task. Only you can make them solid. 3 remain. Return to the tunnels, the path that leads to Duchni, and you will find another book. Well done. Todelmer, built to study the heavens, and glorious heavens you will find here. I am only sad we were never allowed to finish. I've told you some of the story. Yesha's great-grandmother, Tiarna, came to us desperate for control, convincing our people to betray rules we had held for generations. And we died. Yesha claims such death, as painful as it was, had to be done. A plan of the Maker, and that she will rebuild. She will rebuild. I will tell you, such delusive wisdom comes from vague feelings and daydreams, and the tablet you will have is far too powerful for such wisdom. Todelmer, enjoy the beauty of the heavens while you consider the power that can control them. Your destination is not here, but above. The stars and planets must be aligned. And regrettably, it is only the perverted power of the creatures that can do it. Make them. Do you begin to understand the power of the tablet? Surely it begins to pull you. Its strength grips you. Look around. Without the power of the tablet, this would be left solely to your dreams. Now, imagine how the power calls her. She has tasted it already. She has the ability to use it beyond all others. And she tells you not to give it to her because she wants it so. She destroyed the Dukhni once, and she will complete our destruction if you give her the tablet. Listen carefully. The quest is half complete, and the decision nears. You have seen much of what the Dukhni once were, and what they were able to build. Do you see what we might create yet again? The city, the ages! Do you see it? Go! Bring us closer! Welcome to my age. Nolaben. When Dukhni died, I fled here. From death to death. You will see the fingerprints of the creatures everywhere. This was their home, and they did not welcome me. To survive, I was forced to learn. You will learn here as well. It is not like the other ages. You have unlocked my lab. Impressive. It is safe here. They are afraid. They will not come here. The snake binds them, prevents them from linking. I take no pleasure in what they have endured here. But I had to learn. Did you know that you aid the creatures, the Bahro, as you move the slates? Did Yusha tell you that? Did you know that the full power of the Bahro is restrained by the tablet? Did Yusha tell you that? Did you know that they will not come near anything with the symbol of the snake? Did you know that the tablet that Yusha told you not to give her controls them? Did she tell you that? I have learned. They are terrifying creatures if not controlled. Go to the top of my refuge, up there. Seal this refuge. And you can climb. No one understands these creatures as I do. I see you doubt that. No one has learned their language as I have. Do you question that as well? What other doubts has she placed in your mind? I have opened my age, my mind, and my understanding, and yet still you question my motives. I only hope the knowledge I have gained will save you and me in the end. Why do I pace? I'm afraid. I fear what you will choose in the end. I hesitate to tell you this, to add to your burden, but I must. There is another option in the end. The Myst book. It lies locked on the desk where you began in Kabir. Yisha will not go there. She's grown to detest that island, so the tablet would be safe from her hunger for it. Be alert. A choice awaits. Do not let your feelings of doubt, perhaps even of me, cloud your reason. I wish you could see Lakyan as I remember it. Anticipation. The calls of the beasts bellowing out over the warm airs. And conversations as we waited for the fires to burn. The battle to begin. This was a place of great strength and triumph. I wonder if you possess such courage. The door to the trade house is locked, but the jeweler door on the other side, that can be unlocked. untouched. The harvest of the gems, freed from the conquered lucky, painted with their bloods. What triumph! What grand sport! What displays of strength! Isha finds such strength brutal, even as she seeks it herself. Ah! To have such fellowship with my people again.
I was very young when I first felt strong. Indeed, I was young, but I thought I understood.
Once again, you impress me with your ability. The way has not been easy. You've come here via the way of the Krish, the warriors, the natives who traveled here to subdue the beasts for us. And what has become of them? Back to their barbaric ways? Yeah. What a waste. Yet more destruction at the hands of the outsiders who have never understood what the Khni is. And now they can rebuild it? the distant isle. Very few have been here. You have done well. Treasures were kept here, and still are. The tablet on the keep is perhaps the greatest treasure ever held by man or beast. And you will hold it soon. Power is in your hands, friend. Whether you like it or not. I will not have the chance to speak to you again. You will link upon touching the final slate. The tablet will be yours, as will the choice. I will be blunt. For it is my last opportunity. Luchni's last opportunity. Her mind has changed. Now, she believes she must have the tablet. She believes she is the grower. When you see her, she will beckon for it. Do not give it to her. But the book in Kavir, I have unlocked it. Bring the tablet there to Myst Island. Yeshu will not follow. She does not want to be their master. Bring the tablet to the island. There is no other choice. I will meet you there. Please, do not fail. It is what must be done.
I am set free. The slavery of 10,000 years is over. And the burden of my family is lifted from my weary heart. Praise the Maker. He brought you for this impossible task. You have done well, and many will rejoice. You have chosen the least as greatest. You have freed us all, yourself of pride, me of the burden, and the good borrow of their enslavement. You are worthy of the new Denis. Oh, my father.
My desert bird.
It's over. I didn't know if... I faltered. I was not always strong. I am so sorry.
No.
But what was asked of me, I have done. And now the tree grows again.
No.
Just to be your daughter again. Hold me.
My precious one. I'm so sorry. For this burden, this crushing weight. I cannot bear to think of it. But you carried it. wish your mother could be. You have truly become the grower. You bring Dunny back to life. Another circle closes. Another new tree grows again. Thank you, my old friend. Welcome to Rilishan, this new Dunny. It's been a long, long journey, difficult journey, and I am old and weak. But I've lived long enough to see this day, to see my desert bird, my precious Isha return as the grower, filled with the wisdom of the Maker. Truly our long burden has been lifted. Now, my days can end here in peace.
Not accept. Where are you taking me? Release me, I order you.
Oh.
I demand it. Let
Yes.
me go, you evil demon.
There is this to deal
You
with.
cannot hold me. I am Escher. I am the grower. Where is this? You idiot. Moronic lump of filth. You are nothing. Ah! I needed the power. I needed it. Duckney needed me. You threw it away to this witch and her legion of scum, the demon slaves. You've released the slaves as masters. You've turned the small to great. Curse the makers.
Silence. You are no longer subject to the great. You have become great yourselves. Do with him as you should to the least, for I am no longer worthy to give counsel to you.
No, no. No.
I am not given easily to those not close to me. But you have chosen well, my friend, and have allayed my fears. Many have been freed. Least will be greatest again, as it was before we began. The old is gone and the new begun to grow. This is the new Denis, restored and free. Over none, under only the Maker. This restoration of Denis is not a restoration of the outside, of structures, stone, but of the inside, of hearts and truth. For kingdoms are only as strong as the hearts of their people. Your heart is right. Welcome to this kingdom. Welcome to this new Denis.